and the Nets Pod with Sarah Kustok. Ryan Ruocco, Sarah Kustok, Megan Triplett with you. Our producer Josh Isaac, director John Purcell, Samantha Hickey on tape, Rashid Tyree on graphics. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Sunday afternoon, and I hope you have watched and or listened to the Nets Pod episode with Sarah Kustok and Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, it was awesome to listen to his thoughts on being here in this season and just the evolution of his career.
Gordon has been effective since coming in off
Points already, but there's a consistency to this group, and then everyone else has got a great level of confidence. Good to see our old friend Bruce Brown back as well.
He was happy to see us.
He was.
He nearly crashed the Open, and I would have
I think he wanted to. I feel like you told him to leave.
No.
I would have just given him my mic and
you know what's funny?
And got up.
I think you're right that that's the feeling he thought I was giving him, but it really wasn't. I wanted him to stay. As Traore can't finish. Well, maybe in Denver at the end of January, he'll join the Open and stay long enough.
Have him do it.
Ooh. Now there's an idea. Producer Josh Isaac will be working on it. Cam Thomas. Jordy said, I want more from his defense, more from his playmaking after the other night. Williams able to tip it in on the soft delivery from Wolf.
And you saw Williams say a little bit quick that decision as part of the Danny Wolf growth is making those decisions a little quicker.
Naji can't hit the mid-range. Here comes Traore. Denver getting back Brown and Gordon in this game, but both will be on minutes restrictions. Williams too much on it, and Gordon the weak side rebound. Still without old Fred Cam Johnson, without Nikola Jokic, without Jonas Valanciunas. Gordon bounces to Hardaway. Pickett. A nice job this season for Denver. Couldn't finish there. Gets it back. 5 to shoot. Hardaway on the drive. Lays it in with the left hand. That's 13 off the bench for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And that's tough because you are worried about running him off the three-point line, and that's when he goes.
4 of 5 from the floor. Traore, good look cross court. Thomas quickly gives it up. Traore a 3. That one's off as well. Brown the long rebound. Traore 0 for 4 from three-point range. Remember, after the game against Houston, Jordy kind of called out the three-point shooting from Nolan and clarified it after last game, saying, it's not that I don't want him to shoot threes, it's just I want to make sure he's making the right play, and his superpower is touching the paint and his speed.
How you're getting them.
Yes. Hardaway can't hit that one. He said, catch and shoot opportunities fine. I want him taking those. Here's Williams on the drive, floats it in, plus the foul. Zaire Williams.
Now, either you're putting up a shot there or you're going to toss it up for Zaire Williams. Force the defense and the defender and Aaron Gordon to make a quicker decision where it's not quite so delayed.
10 already for Williams, who has scored 14 each of the last 2 games. In and out of the rotation of late. Comes up with the deflection there. Wolf nearly traveled, so did Powell. Here's Thomas, denied by Naji.
Opportunity because of the injuries.
That was Cam Thomas's first shot attempt in 8 minutes of action. Traore can't finish it. Try to go into Naji. Hardaway with some space, gives it up. Gordon motors in. Couldn't float it home. Traore emerges, trying to fire it off of Brown. Ended up with some kids in the front row, and Pickett cashes in. Wild sequence ends in a Denver 3. Both teams have struggled shooting it so far in the second. Wolf, quick step. Can't quite lay it in. Good D there from Naji. Pickett finds Naji for the flush. And this game is tied at 38. Nets had led by as many as 9.
And this group has struggled to pick up those trailers and the cutters coming up the gut. And that's where Denver has done a really nice job with their penetrations and then finding those slashers to be able to finish at the rim.
Nuggets already with 29 bench points. Here's Powell. A little bit of a loose handle, the pull-up, and he's fouled. Able to get the whistle and the pregame. Great job interviewing Danny Wolf. We'll get to talk to her a little bit later on in the broadcast. Half down, which I feel like I'm ahead of most dads in the hair category.
You know what? Everyone needs to get with it. I mean, great.
Yeah.
Good.
You're right. You know what? We are held to a very low standard.
Come on.
You know what? I will co-sign
Although
that.
you don't have hair, so we'll let you slide.
I don't have anything to
you don't have the
practice
practice.
Brown getting the three. Porter the rebound.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
No, but you know what? You're right. In general, the expectation low. I walk into the doctor's office, I get a standing ovation. Just expect it of the mom. Porter connects on a deep three. Deflected by Powell, but trickles into the arms of Brown. Michael Porter Jr.'s first game against his former team, 10 points in his first half. Double comes, Brown dishes, Pickett. No, we saw Cleveland deploy this down the stretch, especially against Denver as well. Just pretty consistent trap of Murray getting the ball out of his hand.
I mean, you want to force the others to beat you.
Sharp has the size on Murray. Barged into him. Porter got fouled on the putback. And free throws coming for Michael Porter.
Timeout, Brooklyn.
You by Ticketmaster. I'm here with Aiden from Jersey, and he seems more ready than ever.
On the Canadian national team.
And that's a special in the spirit that he brings to the game, and you see that across the board each and every time he steps on the court, and that was the one thing that Fernandez was talking about really stuck out to him most. And also to have that type of special experience with someone, it makes you stay connected in different ways.
Murray buries the three there. Took some contact from Powell as well. By the way, you saw the numbers for Porter, the streak he's on with at least 20 points. 4 made threes. So far, 12 points to Porter. 1 of 3 from 3. Here's Najee off the miss.
Some really good verticality.
Watson gets net by Sharp. Good verticality of his own, and it last hits.
Sequences of verticality showcased very well.
That's at least what the coaches come to see.
I love me some verticality. I think both coaches probably thought that there were fouls, nonetheless.
Jordy always talking about verticality at the rim, not just from his bigs, but from guards and wings as well. Good hands by Murray, but foul eventually called.
Sure that it left and hit the wrist.
He misses that free throw badly.
And that's where the balance is. Obviously, a lot looked very, very different without Michael Porter Jr. the last 2 games, and also without Nick Claxton, but there was some problem solving that needed to take place for a handful of these younger players given the extra run usage.
A little bit of a strange stretch there in Cam Thomas's minutes, Sarah. To go 11 minutes on the floor. And for Cam, 6 assists thus far in the half for Murray. Gets the first. How competitive he is. And he talked about how that competitive drive that Jamal Murray has, he saw it change games for the Nuggets and for Canada. That will to win and his insistence upon doing it. And we've seen that in his career in the playoffs. He has historically made a huge jump. When you look at career point per game average in the playoffs compared to regular season, Jamal Murray has been amongst the top 2 or 3 players of all time in that league in his career.
Well, and I think that's why this is a little bit of a shift to that. He's notoriously been a little bit slower of a starter in the season, and that's where he's really elevated his play.
Yegor with a deep, deep 3. And Denver will take the timeout, going up to 8 points.